the bygone era of Wales and Campbell Conference teams.
It's such a bad thing for, like, non-fans, casual fans, but, like, there is something charming. Not only to those, but, like, the Norris and the Adams and the Smythe.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, people were like, oh, do you memorize the old divisions? And I'm like, I'm really bad at that. Like, really bad
I'm not good at it now.
Right? And there was, like, a shocking amount of, like, interplay of teams would move, and they were here one year, and then they moved there, and they moved. Like, there's... But it is a really, like... When Gary Bettman took over and turned hockey from game to business... Those old nicknames all bit the dust, and I don't think we'll ever come back in that way.
Do you remember during the pandemic when we were coming out of it, we had like the Mass Mutual like Atlantic division, and we were all like, "My God, this is where we're going," and we've gone back. But
we just got ads on jerseys.
We needed something to supplement the money loss. And
yeah,
I get that.
Just like how the helmet stickers were for 1 year, the helmet ads were for just 1 year.
I feel like, Phil, you should go into the thing because I've upset him, so he's gonna go.
Welcome back to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic is the NHL All-Star 1992, rating rarities. John and Shrums, take it away.
So the point of this version of the show is that we are looking at the rare jerseys that should be the hallmark of any collection, the special things you do, the rare jerseys to find that you hunt and you look for and not everyone has. This is one that only Shrams has. I have been trying to get one of these, original or the vintage series one, and I have not been able to. You okay over there?
I was trying to remember what the next year's ones looked like. They were black.
Was it just the shoulder stripe with the NHL
same
crest?
Jersey, but they were black and white.
There was a lot of forgettable ones in there, and they did change almost every year. But this was something different. So the NHL All-Star Game was held in Philadelphia, and this patch kind of gives it away. Phil, can you zoom in on this patch?
Oh, you
Since you weren't paying
zoom?
attention and were on your phone.
Doing multiple things at once.
I don't blame him, though.
So the NHL has 75th. It's weird, but the NFL did a big thing for their 75th year, and then neither league did something special for their 100th beyond a patch. Yeah, the 75th, that's the big one. The whole original six brought out single alternate jerseys before third jerseys were a thing, and then wore them against each other, which was phenomenal.
Love that.
And then for the All-Star Game, they went with a throwback. Here is the Campbell Conference one. This one you can find. There's quite a bit of these out there. This one's remembered, I think just because white jerseys don't sell as well. Phil, can you tell us the story on when these were worn?
You wrote a white worn from 1951 to 53. I'm going to guess the red that you left it blank. 1955 to 59.
No, that's also the white.
Okay, well, you didn't have red at all down here. So.
This is why I could have told you the things and you wrote them down. You're like,
you wrote it down. You wrote it down. It's your stuff.
Yeah, the white was worn. What, those two sets of years, Phil?
51 to 53.
And?
55 to 59.
Yep.
And then it says overall look from 47 to 59.
So, the NHL All-Star Game in the original six era toggled between the Stanley Cup champion versus the All-Stars of the other five teams.
Cool.
And then some years had two All-Star teams. So sometimes this matchup happened. In the years Phil mentioned, this was against the home jersey, the color jersey of the original six team that won the Cup. Some of those other years, it was this against the... Basically, go on NHL uniforms and you got to go year by year on this stuff. But this was the All-Star look for a time.
Yeah.
And look, it's distinct. It is very old-timey. It is very vintage. It's a cool look. Though, I think part of why the white is so much harder to find, the red, blue just seems so much more egregious than the blue, white.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me.
No, I'll give you that.
That vibrates a lot more than this one does. In this show, we look at the rare jerseys, and we have a 50-point system in 5 categories, each out of 10. Phil, do you want to pan across? By phrasing it that way, I'm implying that he wants to do this. Appearance, how good does it look? Noticeability, when you're at the rink, will people notice you? The number kit, how good does that number kit look? The rarity, can you find these jerseys? And the value, when you do find them, how much should you expect to pay for them?
What happens if I would have just said no?
But you did it anyways. That's what we appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I appreciate about you. And then we're going to have our scores, and we average them, and we have the master list. Do you want to look at the master list, Phil? I'm giving you agency. So, the Lightning Storm Surge jersey is still at the top with 41. Dallas Stars Winter Classic, a more modern one, but impossible to find. Same with the Jet Blue. Good luck finding it. Boring, Phil. All the way at the bottom, the Leaping Coyote and the Oilers 1 here. Where will this white NHL All-Stars jersey fit? Well, that's what we're about to find out.
Okay.
Because the red one you can find. The white, I can't find one. In fact, and I'm still trying to get the whole 92 throwback set in the original from 91-92. I found one. I won the auction at $60. The guy canceled, refunded me, and then relisted it at $75. Which you can't do. That's not allowed on eBay. I left negative feedback the whole 9 yards. He listed it a few more times. No one bought it. He never listed it again at the price I paid for, because I'd be like, all right, look, I want the jersey. Sell it to me. Wouldn't do it. And then I got a notification that jersey shipped, and then it arrived, but I've never seen a package. I put, lost mail, but I have no recourse in eBay. It was refunded. It would have been free. But somewhere out there is a package of this with my name on it, waiting.
See.
Maybe. I mean, for all I know, he could have sent me a box of dog poop and said, here you go, guy.
That's
You ruined my
cool.
eBay career. So,
cool.
But I really, really want one of these in the original. I can't find it. So let's talk about the appearance, Trems.
I'm going to say a 3. And
You
that's
are
being
not a fan of
generous,
this.
Because the sleeve stripes... Here's okay, I'll
Go ahead.
I'll say my piece here. Nobody wears All-Star jerseys.
Yeah.
They're just not a thing. So my noticeability is not going to be that high either, because nobody cares about the 92 All-Star jersey. So few people attend All-Star games, and marquee players, yeah, it's cool to own them, but you just don't wear them around because they don't look great. It's a couple of stars in the NHL shield. For me,
I kind of like it.
oh man, this is not going to end well for you.
It's not the best look. I love a vintage jersey. I love barber pole. I love lots of stripes. This encapsulates a bygone era without being egregious. It's not your Blackhawks barber pole. It's not Ottawa. I don't know. There's something about this that screams vintage and vintage NHL. It's hard to argue with what it is, other than until you get to which conference is it. I enjoy it.
You're waxing poetic about this very, very hard.
Maybe.
I'm going to give this a 3 for noticeability.
No,
the sleeve stripes are fine.
I think you walk around with this thing, you're going to get noticed. It's very different.
I guess.
It's very flashy.
The patch, if you got it, that's going to...
This alone just seems flashy. And nothing has looked like this.
Comparing to, if you walked into an arena with the neon jerseys from a couple of years ago, and somebody's walking around with something like this, they're going to gravitate to the neon.
I think it depends on the type of fan. I think that there's a certain type of fan that would gravitate to neon, but you look anyone who is old-time hockey, or what a great sweater.
Yeah, you walk by and somebody's like, oh my god, Randy Burridge.
Well, you also pick really obscure players.
Number kit.
The number kit is I'm not like it's
a 3.
No, I was gonna like 5 is it's middling. You want to flip it around while I find this?
It's fine. It's single layer. There's nothing to it.
It is extremely generic. The 8 is very wide. I was thinking of in doing mine of just finding and just kind of guerrilla cutting it of just find the random letters and put it out there, and I'm like, for something like this, I probably should do a little better than that.
Yeah.
Rarity.
Have you looked
I can't
today?
find one.
But they're all over eBay right now.
What are you talking?
I literally just
What are
looked.
you talking? There's a bunch of fakes out there.
Literally
there are
just
a number of fakes. What are you searching?
92 All-Star jersey?
Really?
The whites? Yeah.
Your jersey just got relisted, probably.
Wouldn't that be something? No, I mean there's a fake Yager.
Yeah, not the fake Yager.
There is a fake Lemieux. Red ones. There's a autographed one that just got listed at 99 cents, but it's got 9 days left on it.
99 cents.
7 days left on it. That's gonna go. It's a Waugh. Red ones. That one's $1,000. That one's $1,000. That one's $1,176. $1,700. No, I don't know what you're finding. There's fakes and game worn ones.
Maybe I should. Well, how about this? Maybe I need to reapproach this here. Like, are we in like gamer territory right now?
No. Well, no. I do replicas, and I think these are replicas, but they're autographed, or this is an authentic one. And so, yeah, this is a 52. It's a legit authentic.
To be fair, I didn't click on the listings.
It's 30% off down from 1,600.
Nice.
So, yeah, no, I have been. You find one of these that's real, you send it to me. XL or XX.
Did they start? Do we have fakes at the end of the CCM vintage? Like.
Oh yeah, that's all the fakes of the CCM vintage.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't keep up with fakes.
Phil, can you zoom in on my phone? Like, that's a terrible way to do this, but at the same time.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get that to go. Yeah, it's just not gonna.
Well, does it have a fight strap?
It does.
It's fake.
But the
it's got the
bubbling.
Yeah. I didn't click on them.
Do you want to amend your number? I'll allow you to amend your number.
I do. Yeah, I will.
It's not out. I have tried. I would love for that guy to relist it. I'd buy it.
You know what? I've poo-pooed all over yours. I'm gonna go up to a 9 because you can find them.
If you're willing to pay $1,000.
You're willing to pay $1,000.
Which, so the value I am at a 6, which is I think $250. That's what I have that as.
What you should expect to pay? Is that where we're at right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that as well.
Because I'm not paying $1,000. I don't care what it is. I'm not paying $1,000 for a shirt. $200. I said 6. $225.
Yeah, I'll join you there.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying now. I didn't click on the listings. I just did some cursory research.
Yeah, there's a lot of fake. This is a jersey that a lot of people fake. I think because there is some clout with look how vintage it is. The players on that team, you're talking Mario, Yager,
Burridge,
right? Oh yeah, obviously. This was an all-star team when you're talking all-stars.
Sure.
So,
boy, you're gonna kick yourself in the pants because I bought this off Sports K for $100.
Oof, yeah, no, and I wasn't trying, and that's just it. I'm trying to find one of the original. I want the original one more than the CCM vintage.
So you're chasing the Throwback the Clock original series. Yeah. I've seen it once on Reddit. Some guy found them. That's such a cool collection to have. In something that is completely forgotten. And
there is one guy out there who has all authentics of the whole league. I am no way I'm getting there. No. I just want I want the 6 throwbacks and the 2 all-star, and I'm missing this one and the Detroit. I have a vintage of it, the throwback of it, but not the original.
Right.
There's one I've seen on eBay. It has an autograph, and so I'm not paying autograph prices.
That's fair.
So, Phil, where are we at?
Hold on, I'm just checking to make sure because you changed stuff on me while I was doing it.
I'm gonna say middle low.
Yeah, it's on the lower ones. You lowballed this. I like this one.
You have to want the All-Star jersey. This is not on anybody's. This is not on 99% of people's top 10 list, top 20, top 30 list.
Yeah, no, I mean, we are digging in there, but I mean, like, I didn't think the Golden Seals was something that had, the Oakland Seals had a lot of appeal. There's a lot of these jerseys of like, do people actually get the original Toronto St. Pat's when there are throwbacks now of like how many?
Yeah, I imagine there are some All-Star collectors out there. It wouldn't surprise me.
Or if you want a totality of things, it gets in
Phil,
there.
can you do a full screen of that?
I will in a second.
Oh, okay.
I haven't put that number up actually.
Gotcha.
What do you think?
It's got to be near the bottom. I'm going to say it's bottom 5.
Give me a number.
Well, if I just did the math.
If you said bottom, do you think it's,
I'm going to say 27.
You said 27. There, see? Pick a number.
28.
28.
$1, Bob. It is. It's 5th from the bottom.
29.5.
It's 5th from the bottom. I was exactly on.
Yeah.
Which I don't like it being. Well. It is harder to find than the Seals. They are out there. You're looking for $225 with the ones that are out there. You can find them, and that I feel like that 67 collection is more recent. Okay, can you full screen that one more time? What else am I missing? The Blue Land one. Okay. Leaping Coyote. Yeah. It's the fact that like this jersey is not special and not really desired in a lot of ways, but it is dang hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
So it is low supply, low demand.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It is low. Yeah, whereas there's some demand for the Leaping Coyote. There's very little demand for the Seals and the Thrashers Reebok Blue Land.
Yeah.
But this is just a little more special than those. So yeah.
You got to find that rare collector though, like the one who's like yourself, who's out for something unique.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Phil.
Okay.
So, okay.
That's it.
That's
right.
it. I was going to say your job is done, but no. The most important thing has to happen here. Because he's Shrems. I'm John. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications when we post new videos. And come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
I'm probably talk to All-Stars and not mention the Four Nations face-off.
Nice.
That's going to replace all of it.
We should do a video on just comparing those four in person now.
On the what?
The Four Nations.
Didn't we do that? Didn't you unbox them
We
all?
unboxed them. I don't think we ranked them.
Oh.